Have you ever wondered why milk is called the perfect food? For generations, we've been told that milk builds strong bones, fuels growth, and keeps us healthy. But behind that pure white glass lies one of the most debated foods in modern nutrition, praised by some, doubted by others. So, what's the truth? Is milk truly a miracle of nature, or is it just a well-marketed habit that's stuck around for centuries? Let's find out. Let's start at the very beginning, with nature itself. Every mammal on Earth produces milk. It's the first food for every newborn, packed with proteins, fats, and sugars that fuel life. Humans, however, are unique because we're the only species that continues to drink milk long after infancy. That decision changed our biology, our culture, and even our evolution. Around 10,000 years ago, during the rise of early farming, humans domesticated cattle and discovered that their milk could be consumed. But here's the twist. Most adults at the time couldn't digest it. The sugar in milk, lactose, requires an enzyme called lactase to break it down. In infants, that enzyme is abundant, but as children grow, it usually fades away. However, in some parts of the world, mainly Europe, parts of Africa, and the Middle East, a genetic mutation allowed humans to keep producing lactase for life. That single evolutionary change allowed those populations to thrive on milk, while others, especially in Asia and much of Africa, remained largely lactose intolerant. So, in a way, milk shaped civilizations. It fueled northern farmers when crops failed, sustained nomads crossing deserts, and became a cultural staple in diets where it was once impossible to survive without it. Now, let's talk about what's inside that glass. Milk contains water, proteins, fats, lactose, natural sugar, vitamins, and minerals. Most notably calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12. It's one of the most nutrient-dense beverages nature has ever made. In fact, milk proteins, casein and whey, are complete proteins, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body needs for growth and repair. No wonder bodybuilders and athletes swear by it. After a workout, a glass of milk provides the perfect ratio of carbs to protein to help muscles recover. But the story isn't that simple. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the cow in the kitchen. In the last few decades, milk's reputation has come under fire. Some studies link high dairy intake to acne, digestive issues, or inflammation. Others question whether milk truly prevents bone fractures, or if that is just clever marketing by the dairy industry. So, what's the deal with calcium? Yes, milk is rich in it, but that doesn't automatically mean stronger bones. Calcium absorption depends on many factors: vitamin D levels, magnesium, and even your gut health. In countries where dairy consumption is highest, fracture rates are often not the lowest. Surprised? That's because bone health isn't just about calcium. It's about the balance of minerals, hormones, and lifestyle factors like exercise. Then there's the issue of hormones. Cows naturally produce estrogen and other hormones, some of which can appear in milk. While the amounts are tiny and generally considered safe, this sparked concerns, especially as modern dairy production relies on high-yield cows producing milk almost year-round. Organic and grass-fed milk tends to have slightly different hormone and fatty acid profiles, with more beneficial omega-3s and antioxidants. And speaking of fat, for years we were told to fear whole milk. Go low-fat or skim, the ad said. But newer research suggests that full-fat dairy might actually be healthier than we thought. Whole milk can help regulate appetite, improve cholesterol balance, and support hormone health. In contrast, removing fat often means adding sugar to make up for taste, especially in flavored milk or yogurts. So maybe Grandma was right after all. A little creaminess isn't the enemy. But what about plant-based milks? Almond, oat, soy, coconut? They've exploded in popularity, especially among those avoiding lactose or animal products. However, most plant milks are not nutritionally equivalent to cow's milk. Many contain added sugars, lower protein, and fewer natural vitamins, unless they're fortified. Soy milk comes closest, with protein levels similar to dairy. Oat milk is popular for its taste and creaminess, but it's high in carbs. Almond milk, mostly water, though low in calories, it offers little nutrition on its own. So if you're switching to plant-based alternatives, read the labels carefully. Choose unsweetened versions, fortified with calcium and vitamin D. But here is something truly fascinating. Milk isn't just food. It is cultural identity. In India, milk is sacred, symbolizing purity and life. In Northern Europe, it's a dietary staple, part of national heritage. In East Asia, it's a relatively new addition, often viewed with skepticism due to high lactose intolerance. Our relationship with milk isn't just biological, it's emotional, historical, and even spiritual. And yet, the dairy industry has masterfully turned that relationship into global marketing. Got milk? Wasn't just an ad, it was cultural propaganda. It convinced generations that milk was essential for strong bones, even though similar nutrients could be found elsewhere, in leafy greens, nuts, and fish. Still, milk remained a symbol of health, childhood, and vitality. Let's not forget, milk can also vary dramatically depending on the source. Cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, each has unique properties. Goat's milk, for instance, is easier to digest for some people and naturally homogenized. Buffalo milk is rich and creamy, used in mozzarella. Camel milk, prized in some cultures, has even been studied for its potential in managing diabetes. So, where does all this leave us? Milk isn't a villain, nor is it a miracle. It's a nutrient-packed food that works wonderfully for some and not so well for others. If you digest it easily, it can be a valuable source of protein and calcium. If you don't, that's fine. There are plenty of alternatives. The real secret of milk is understanding your body's needs, not just following tradition or marketing slogans, because what nourishes one person may discomfort another. So next time you pour that cold glass of milk, think about it. You're not just drinking a beverage, you're retasting 10,000 years of human evolution, science, and culture in every drop. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating food facts, and tell me in the comments, are you team milk or team plant-based? Like and subscribe to stay with us on this delicious journey through the world of food and ancient flavors.